Fantasy, NFL, college. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the BAM Sports Show. I'm your host, Blake. It is August 30th. Tomorrow is my wedding anniversary. Well, fuck, I haven't gotten a card yet. I need to get on that, I guess. I'm joined tonight, as always, with my dude Ryan.
I was gonna say, did he freeze?
I
froze for a second, right off the bat.
Did I freeze?
Nah,
you did.
a little bit. It was a little bit.
All right, well, I'm joined tonight with our own version of the Toxic Table. I got Ryan and Rob with me. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
How's it going?
Good.
It's going.
College football this weekend, baby.
Yes, sir.
It's true.
I'm excited.
College football last weekend too.
Yeah, we had college football last weekend, but it feels like.
But yeah,
it's like it's opening weekend. You know, it's here.
Yeah.
And both of our teams have got a big game, so we'll see.
My team already won.
They play again this weekend, or are they off?
They play Indiana, right?
This weekend is Indiana.
Ooh. Who you got there, Ryan?
I don't know. Illinois. That's who I got.
Cincinnati plays Indiana this year again.
There you go.
They come to the Natty. To the nasty Natty. So we got some games on tap this weekend. We had fantasy drafts this weekend. Ryan and I had fantasy drafts. Rob, have you had a draft yet?
No, I haven't.
No, so we can kind of talk about draft strategies and what we thought the weekend went there. NFL Top 100 lists are out. Any snuffs? Any surprises?
I don't pay attention to that very much.
Yeah, me either.
Well,
it's neat to see, the like Pierce and James Cook. James Cook's not the starter, obviously, but he, you see somebody like Duke Johnson, who's an old pro, released. Or no, I'm talking about roster cuts already. Holy cow!
Oh. Yeah, I was
gonna say,
wait a minute.
You're pulling a Blake, brother.
Oh God, I need to wake up. Listen, I'm exhausted. I haven't been feeling great the last 2 days.
Apex every night.
Not every night.
Are you like the kid on remember that South Park World of Warcraft episode?
Oh
No.
my God, that was a good one.
Do I
know what I'm
look
talking
like
about?
him?
No, but do you know what I'm talking about?
No. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm a casual.
You know what? Let's just get into roster cuts. I think so. Then we'll talk. We'll go go into college football.
We could go into the top 100. Tom Brady, number 1. I think it's silly that Aaron Donald was number 2. I feel like there was definitely a snub. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. To me personally, I would have probably put him 1, and that's just because he's the reigning MVP.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, right? Like, how does the dude win back-to-back MVPs and he's not the best player in the league?
That's just wild to me.
So I love Tom Brady, I do, but it's wrong because Aaron Rodgers should be the number 1 guy, and I believe so too. Aaron Rodgers, but it's like the NFL loves Tom Brady, so they're gonna put him number 1. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, Aaron Rodgers is the best player in the NFL right now.
But it's not the NFL. It's like voted on by players. So it's like players are saying Brady.
But you like even Bears fans, they hate Aaron Rodgers. But you have to love that he's so good though. It's a lot of the players don't like Aaron Rodgers, and that's why he's not voted. Everybody you see tweets these players love Tom Brady. Oh, he's the GOAT in this. That's why he's gonna get the votes. But in reality, I think Aaron Rodgers right now is a better player.
I'm just going through the list right now. Like as we're talking, Odell Beckham Jr. He's not even on a roster, and he is ranked 90.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's kind of in a weird situation though, right? Like, okay, so do you
He's
disagree
ranked
with his ranking,
above
or do you
Kyle
think he should be
Pitts.
on?
He's ranked
I
above
just
Kyle
saw
Pitts.
someone today on Twitter that the Bears were going to trade for Pitts, and I was like, please, God.
He's ranked above CeeDee Lamb.
Well, CeeDee Lamb sucks.
Sure. Yeah.
Look, the only thing that I wanted to bring attention to the NFL 100 list, the only reason I brought it up on this show tonight,
Mac
is
Jones.
the Chicago Bears.
Oh.
No, the Chicago Bears. How
Yeah.
many players do we have on that list, Ryan?
What, 2?
We have only 2?
I
We're
don't
not
know.
Green Bay.
Let's see. We got Roquan at 84.
Yep.
I got to scroll. Well, we got David Montgomery at 98. So there's 2.
Yep.
Again, I didn't pay any attention to this. Robert Quinn at 48.
Okay, so we got 3.
There's 3.
3 Bears on that list. You know how many Packers are on that list?
What's that?
It's got to be 2. Alexander.
Dose.
Yeah.
2.
Bitches.
Was that right though? Alexander and Rodgers.
I mean, Rodgers,
Ro-
yeah.
Rodgers, yeah, I don't know about the other one. I don't remember who it is.
It would have been Devontae Adams if they didn't trade
It would
him.
have been Devontae Adams, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool that this is, voted on by the players.
Fun. It's fun. Like, you can't take it serious, though, right? Like,
well, some people do, man. Some people take those Madden
I
ratings
mean-
serious, too.
Oh yeah.
It's just games,
Well-
homie.
It's like they can't go in there and change like their ratings in the game. You know.
but it's 2022. People flip the fuck out about everything stupid.
Yep.
Like, it's
Everything.
it's all dumb. It's all fucking stupid. But no NFL football this week, so just college. So NFL kind of 100. We don't really give a shit about, right? We're kind of over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've said
I don't-
all
I don't-
and more than I wanted to say.
I don't pay too
so-
much attention to that.
My watch apparently was letting me know there's 16 NFL games on September 11th. Siri. Special shout out though to Justin Tucker for making the list. First time a kicker's made the list since Vinatieri, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I want to give a special shout out to Stone Cold Steve Austin. This is
Oh,
so fucking good. So props to you, man. This is awesome.
Rob's beer review. Give it to us, Rob.
Ooh, out of a 10, I'm gonna say,
69.
man, I'm very like Gordon Ramsay on this, but I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I really like it, and it goes down very, very smooth.
High praise.
I have not found it in St. Louis yet.
It's very high praise, man. It's not like hoppy.
Bob praise.
It's good.
You
Blake,
shit you.
If I can send you some, if I can find it warm, because they only have it cold right where I go, I will definitely send you a 4-pack.
Deal. I got a buddy. Either I got to come up there soon, or a buddy's gonna come down here soon because I got a gun that I purchased from him that I need to get. So we'll make that happen soon.
Cool.
But you really missed the boat there, dude. I think you should have done it like out of a 4 and said it was like a 316.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about
Damn.
it.
Damn. Marketing ploy right there, my guy.
Fuck.
And while we're on wrestling, your boy's gonna lose the title this weekend.
Ooh. You think so?
I think so.
Who's his
It's the
boy?
first time they've been
Roman Reigns.
Roman the douchebag Reigns.
Dang. Blake's buying into it.
Acknowledge these nuts.
Acknowledged.
Thanks. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Ryan. As a married man, I appreciate you
Acknowledge
acknowledging
me.
my nuts.
You know what? It's man. I'm excited, dude, for this. If we're talking wrestling real quick, man, I'm excited for the Seth Rollins Riddle match. I, it's something about that match, man. I'm just fucking excited about. There's gonna be a lot of good matches, man.
Oh, I
I
think
just
it's going
don't.
to be a great weekend.
Yes, me too.
Is it 2
You see
days?
Bailey had a no.
Oh.
I don't know why I said weekend. It's just
Alexa
a one day
Bliss,
event.
man. It's. I'm excited.
Yeah. Liv Morgan fighting to see if she can keep her belt. I think
Mhm.
she'll do it though. I think they're gonna keep her with the belt for a little bit. We'll see though. I mean, on NXT tonight, Ricochet was on there, and Nikki Ash with Dewdrop was on there. So Hunter's changing a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, I got to give him props. I still want Bray Wyatt and a couple other good people back. I know it's gonna take time, but
Does he? Does he just still go by Hunter, and not
Yeah,
Paul?
no. Uh,
dude.
I don't. It goes by both. He's more like they call him like Triple H, but and then I see Paul.
Did I not send you? There's a big rumor that Bray Wyatt is close to a contract
Oh, you
deal
know,
with. Keith sends it to me.
I know like there was plans like Alexa Bliss is still in her like she's back and she's still doing like the whole dark thing.
It says Bray Wyatt very close to sign a multi-million-dollar deal with the WWE. After recent negotiations, WWE and Wyatt are close to a multi-million-dollar deal that sees Bray Wyatt terrorizing the WWE universe for years to come. There had been recent talks between Bray Wyatt and AEW with significant contract offers, but ultimately Bray Wyatt feels that under Triple H he can really unleash the Fiend character to its maximum potential, as he will have much more creative freedom with Triple H. Triple H plans on making the Fiend one of the top WWE superstars in the company, and WWE Championship runs have also been discussed, including WrestleMania main events. Credit to Slice Wrestling there for that piece of information.
I fucking love it. I think part
Dude.
of the reason why, man, like I got so attached to it again, man, it was the Fiend. Man, it was just like his whole like set, man, and how he just played his character was so fucking good, man. And Vince didn't like it. I don't know, for some reason, man, he kept fucking losing to Goldberg. I'm like, why do you still have this old fucker? Sorry, Goldberg, but I hate you. And so does Bret Hart.
Damn.
Well, I mean, you've seen the changes in the WWE since
Oh
Triple
yeah,
H is coming
yeah.
over. I mean,
I
like
have.
Kevin Owens literally made a 180.
Yep.
Like now he's back to the fight Kevin fight, and it's like he's just fighting. He's not doing his weird fucking gimmicks. It's
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
so
Seth Rollins brings a lot of ratings. I like Seth Rollins. I mean, you hate him or you love him, but I do like him, man. You still got Cody Rhodes on the roster.
Yeah, which hopefully he'll be back, after day one, I would assume, with the torn
Yeah.
pack and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I hope we see Bray here soon. That'd be an awesome. So let's talk, guys. Today's a big day we're mainly a football show here. Today's a big day. A lot of dreams were made today. A lot of dreams were ruined today. A lot of jobs were lost today. A lot of openings became today.
Yeah. I
NFL
wouldn't
roster
say
cuts down to 53.
wouldn't say so much ruined. This is just the deadline to get your base roster, and it's fluid. It's gonna change all year, like this, like how I'm doing with my arms. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Is there any guy I gotta say like 5 players like is like we'll discuss 5 players. Is there any like 5 like some players that you're like, man, wow, did he get cut? Like wow, I was shocked. Like were you shocked?
I mean, obviously the biggest shock wasn't a player getting cut. It was the restructuring of Jimmy Garoppolo's contract.
Correct.
That's true.
Outside of that, like, I'm shocked that Marlon Mack got cut.
Me too. He would be in my 5 for sure.
I'm shocked that the Cowboys have one quarterback on the roster.
Especially when you have a quarterback that is always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always hurt. I don't know if he's had a season where he's not missed a start.
You know what? I don't watch a lot of Cowboys games, but I looked at the stats because when I saw they have one quarterback on the roster, man, these quarterbacks like Ben DiNucci, dude, they were not performing. So I'm assuming they go out and get a guy who gets cut or and whatnot. I'm sure they'll find a backup and a decent backup. There's a lot of like quarterbacks that got they got Matt Barkley, I think was one I saw. Not saying he's good, but I mean for a backup, I think
Wait, Barkley got cut?
yeah, Barkley's out for the Bills.
Damn, who's gonna punt for Buffalo now?
Yeah, I don't. I'm assuming, and if I'm Buffalo, there's two punters that got. And let's bring back to the Titans. I am shocked, even though he got outbeat. Brett Kern got cut.
Oh yeah.
I'm shocked. And me watching the Titans games, dude, he just got outperformed, man, by this Ryan Stonehouse.
Yeah, I think he'll sign in Buffalo though.
Yeah. There's another guy. There's another punter I think that got released. He was a top guy. I forgot where he came from. Actually, yeah, 3 Dallas Cowboys quarterbacks got released today.
Yeah, I just can't believe they don't have a backup on the roster.
Obviously, one of those guys or maybe 2 of them will hit the practice squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Will Grier and Cooper Rush. Ben DiNucci, he's just ass. Sorry, Ben. But
ass.
Yeah, he's ass.
At B DiNucci.
B
I don't even know if that's his Twitter. I just
the cutting of Leatherwood was another surprise.
Yeah, that was a big one.
It wasn't though, really. I was looking it shouldn't have been a surprise. It's a surprise because he's a first rounder last year, pick 17. His prospect, I have his draft profile pulled up right now. His prospect grade was 6.28, which will eventually be average starter. And I'm trying to look and see where he was ranked that year. And on the O line year. I don't know why it's not pulling up.
I don't know, but I would like Chicago to take a waiver on him at least.
So if we're on Chicago, man, if Rick's not listening to the show, I know he's heartbroken because Nathan Peterman got cut today.
Yeah, I think he'll end up on practice squad though.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah, Rick's definitely gonna be upset about that one. But whatever, Rick's a Seahawks fan, so.
The Sea Chickens.
And I'll tell you what, hold on before you say that. After talking to Brandon on Friday night, dude, if I'm a Seahawks fan, I 100% am tanking for CJ Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
100%. Like there's not even a bone in my body that wants to win a football game this year. I am tanking like a motherfucker for CJ Stroud if I'm Seattle.
I just, man, I am not in love with. Maybe I'm just not in love with CJ Stroud like everybody else is. I don't. I mean, there's a lot of good quarterbacks coming out.
We'll see if he has the same opinion next Tuesday after they torch his ass. After CJ torches that ass on Saturday for 4 touchdowns.
We'll see. It's not a Brian Kelly era anymore, so I mean, I don't see that happening.
All right, go ahead, Ryan. So what was his ranking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, he was ranked below Tevin Jenkins, who went in the 2nd round. It's the 5th ranked offensive lineman, and he was the 3rd off the board. So I mean, it's a reach. I guess not that big of a reach.
Yeah, it's not super big of a reach.
But I don't even know if he'll make it through waiver. I don't know if he'll make it through waivers. I expect he will though, because I'm not 100% sure on his contract is guaranteed.
Right.
So by releasing him, they are on the hook. Even if he's released or if he goes through waivers, but if a team picks him up on waivers, I don't know
how that all
works out.
Yeah, if that's the case, I don't want to pay that much money for him, but I'll definitely take a flyer on him.
I don't know if I would. I just don't think. I don't think I'd want that in my clubhouse.
Although I like our line.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I like our line right now.
Yeah.
Like, and, it's not perfect, but it's progressing.
We'll get our center back soon enough, so
Yeah, when is he scheduled to come back? Do you know?
think it was like
He's not back for week 1, right?
4 to 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But he's already been out like 3 to 4.
I think they're probably
Yeah, so,
looking
I mean,
maybe
maybe
week 4.
Ew, really?
Maybe.
4 weeks out of the starting center? Fuck.
I mean, he's a rookie too, though.
Do you guys like pumpkin spice?
I
Did we
don't.
talk about this?
We did.
I do.
So my wife went to Aldi yesterday and bought like French vanilla coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and I used pumpkin spice creamer today, and it literally tasted like a pumpkin roll. It was fucking heaven.
Never mind on Doug Kramer.
You don't do creamer either?
No, Doug Kramer, our
That's funny.
center.
Oh.
Liz Frank injury, so he's out for the season.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Yep.
Daz Newsome got cut too.
He did. Brian Robinson Jr. is on the active roster, which is wild because he was just shot.
Yep.
Yeah. Not even like PUP or anything. That's nuts.
Yeah, crazy that his
That happened.
whole
That's a whole
career almost ended. But they
Mhm.
said that, like,
Whole
hit him.
life, bro.
Yeah. Not only that,
Nuts.
he's already out of the hospital.
Mhm.
Y'all, life is not that fucking serious. Please don't shoot people. Please.
At like the bare minimum, don't
Just be
shoot
halfway
people.
decent.
Josh Gordon released. I don't know if that's a big
Yeah,
surprise.
where's Flash
It's
Gordon
not.
going?
Nowhere.
Chicago?
He's done.
I think he's done.
He needs to go to Denver. Denver. Put him back with Russ.
Back with
Yeah.
Russ.
Well, he was with Seattle, with Russ.
For
Oh,
like 5.
That's what
I
you're-
was gonna
that's
say
what
for
you're
like
trying to say,
a
right?
half a season.
Yeah. It wasn't very long, but I think he was out there. I
You
thought.
know, he could be a really good wide receiver. It's just, man,
and I
he
just
can't
thought
stay on the
weed was
fucking
legal
field.
there. Well, he
I
never
mean,
really got
yeah.
a chance in Kansas City though.
I mean, who does?
Another first rounder, Sony Michel, cut.
Yeah.
Um,
Where's he going?
I don't know.
I think a lot of these guys will probably wait to see it for injuries.
Sony Michel, I can actually see going back to New England.
I don't know. They just cut a rookie running back that, I think it was a 6th rounder. I just don't know if yeah. The other thing, Denzel Mims, there was trade rumors out there. They were trying to shop him, or he wanted to be shopped. He's on the active roster. So they're not waiving him or cutting him. They're going to play him and hope to maybe trade him sometime during the season.
I got a question. Do the Bears still have Jimmy Graham, or he's done?
He's done. I think he's retired.
Okay.
We got this guy. I don't know if you know about. He's called Cole Kmet. He's a fucking stud
He is. He is
from
a
that
stud.
layer school in Notre Dame.
That's right. But I was thinking, man, you know what? I saw him get cut by the
Titan
Patriots.
University.
Devin Asai. I think that's how you say it, but I would like him. I like the Bears at least give him a chance, man. You can have that 1-2 combo, and I would really like. I'd be intrigued by that. He's a good player. They have Hunter Henry, and they have Jonnu Smith. So I think they're tight end heavy. So that's why he didn't make it. But I'd like to see him with Chicago. I really do. I like to see a 2 like tight end. I think that'd be awesome for the Bears.
Yeah, we've got a lot of. We're pretty stacked. Not stacked, but I think we've got enough.
OJ
Big
Howard
bodies.
was another one that I was shocked
That was a
about.
big, yeah.
Yeah, that was a shocker to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Looking
he's
through
probably
here.
the first tight end that's signed somewhere, like or the first. Like if you're looking for a second big body, like OJ Howard's probably the first call.
Probably.
Miami made a lot of interesting cuts. Wide receiver Mohamed Sanu, Preston Williams. Those were
They made
I'm
a very interesting non-cut as well.
which one?
Skylar
Who?
Thompson.
Oh, you talking about the quarterback?
Yeah, they're keeping 3
Yeah.
quarterbacks on the active.
Yeah. He
That
actually
is weird.
he
Mhm.
actually played really good though in the preseason.
Yeah, I mean he played well enough that like
Yeah.
yeah, he earned a 53. He was a seventh
hmm
rounder as well, so
That's nuts.
Jets lost
Good for him.
Tevon Coleman. I was
Kellen
shocked by that.
Mond as well.
Kellen Mond,
Oh,
yeah.
from
Yeah.
the Vikings, right?
Yeah.
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 He was cut. Nick Mullins is the backup there. A backup.
hmm
I'm
You know,
shocked. I'm shocked that
Dallas.
Mullins beat Mond out for that because
I'm not.
I know you
I'm
and I
not.
were both very high on Mond coming out of A&M.
We were, but
See, and I wasn't.
to see where he's at now, I was so the Mond thing was mostly like I wanted him if they would like trade a pick back or something. Like I wasn't wanting to spend what the Vikings spent on him, you know.
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And obviously I'm happy with our quarterback
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
So for your team, you guys are both Bear fans. Is there like one interesting guy that got cut that you're like, man, I want the Bears to get him?
LaCavy. Oh, you meant like in general.
So like, okay, so the Bears made a roster cut. They probably have an opening spot. You know, every team does this because they
Right.
want to, save some spots for the waiver wire.
Mhm.
Is there any guy that like got cut from a different team that you're like, man, dude, I think he would do great for my team. Like for you guys, it's the Bears.
You know, that's a good question. I haven't actually had a big chance to get into it yet.
Agreed.
Obviously, I'm looking at, wide receivers. I'm going to see if I can pull up a tracker here.
There's a guy for the Bears, even the Titans. I think a wide receiver that I was shocked, but it's Travis Fulgham that
Oh,
got cut
yeah.
by the Denver
Fulgham?
Broncos. Yeah, Fulgham. Yeah, I just like this kid. I do. I thought he was a great wide receiver. I don't know how he just can't stick with a team, man. But I think he would do good for either or the Titans or the Bears. I mean, that's just me. That was one wide receiver. You can't have too many wide receivers, and the Titans released a lot of receivers.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. You know,
Yeah, I mean, for me it'd be a wide receiver as well, but
Yeah.
I don't know the names well enough to.
Well, even Demarcus Robinson, I thought for the Raiders. There was another one. I think Keelan Cole.
Yeah, I saw that he was released. Who's the other one? Geronimo Allison.
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
one. Does he go back to Green Bay, you think?
Who knows? I mean, they've got enough wide receivers. They kept 7.
Well, yeah, they're hoping one fucking doesn't suck.
They're probably gonna be sneaky good, like 3 all pros on that team somehow.
I saw. No, don't you fucking say that. I saw a thing.
Putting it
graphic
out in the
other day, it was
universe
like
so it doesn't happen.
in 2000 something on the Washington Redskins. It was Matt LaFleur, McVay, and Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
We're all working on the same staff,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and that team still sucked.
did they?
I don't
Well,
know what their record.
It was Washington.
Well, I mean, they had a couple of good years there though,
Well, that's fair.
with RG3. That is a wildly good coaching tree to come out of that team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That was my point. That was my point.
And I'm very interested to see what Mike McDaniels does down in Miami.
Dude, every time I watch that dude give an interview, I become a bigger fan of him.
He's so personable.
Yes, he is. He was on the Pat McAfee show a while back, and they were like, "So, what are your plans? Like, how do you plan on winning more games this year?" And he was like, "Well, we're gonna start by scoring more points than the other team." Like, he just fucking cracks me up, dude. Like, just a dude, like, cause he's young, just like you said, personable. He's relatable. Like, he looks like a dude that you could fucking sit down and have a beer and have a conversation with. And those are my kind of people.
Yeah, I'm very interested
So
to see how he
so
does.
I got a question for you guys. I don't know if you guys both see the Bears cuts? Were you guys shocked by anybody who got cut?
Yeah, not so much shocked. I'm gonna pull their
I
list
was
up.
happy that linebacker kid made it.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the Wisconsin guy.
Yes, yeah.
Dude, first of all, I'm watching this draft and I like this guy. Like when I know a fucking talent, I was shocked he wasn't even drafted. I remember watching it even because I'm a Bears fan. Born and raised in Chicago. I always liked the Bears. I became a Titans fan because Steve McNair.
Hmm.
And man, I remember watching the draft and I'm like, dude, how the fuck? And they had like the top, how the hell they show like the top players on the board. He was like up there, like a number 5, and I'm like, dude, how the fuck is this kid still on there? I've watched a lot of Big Ten games from Iowa. I just like the Big Ten, so I watched him. He's fucking good, and I was like, dude, how does he go undrafted? This kid's gonna be a stud. And sure enough, the Bears. When I saw the Bears got him as undrafted, I'm like, this guy's gonna make the team, and he fucking did. So yes,
yeah,
I'm
that
very
was
happy.
he was the one guy that I was like, man, I'd like to see this guy make, because I mean, just watching him on the field during preseason, which I get it, it's preseason, but you can't teach passion
Mm-hmm.
and fire, and that's the kind of coach that Eberflus is. So to put a player that has that same kind of mentality, I guess you could say,
Yeah,
underneath him, I'm
yeah.
excited to see how it kind of grows and flourishes.
There was a couple for the Bears. If you guys want to get on the Bears, it was Trayvon Coley was one that I was a little shocked on. I thought he had a good
Yeah,
preseason.
3 sacks this preseason.
Yeah,
I don't I see him getting on the practice squad. I really do. And another guy that had an outstanding was Greg Stroman, the defensive back.
Yeah,
I was I mean those are the two like that I was shocked about that I thought to make the team. The rest I can see and they're
I,
practice
there's
eligible.
one that I am just blown away by. Latavius Simmons. He was having one of the best offensive line performances.
Yes, he's another one.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to see this. He was ranked. He had a 90.6 grade.
Mm-hmm.
As a reserve from PFF.
He's another guy. So we'll go back and see like when the practice squad starts happening. The three that we said, I believe they land on the practice squad.
Yeah.
What
No,
the
it
Chris
doesn't look
Fink
like there
too?
was any. Doesn't look like there was any big like.
Mario Edwards. He was cut.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was expected.
Yeah.
I think it was expected.
I'd say it's just like 3.5 million. I think though.
Lamarcus Gates, USFL, AAF, XFL, Spring League veteran, was one of the ones that was cut. That's a
Josh Johnson was cut again.
crazy.
Yeah.
That is a crazy, route. Going from USFL to the AAF to the XFL to, whatever Spring League is and vet. That's, the dude's played it all.
Literally all. Maybe he'll be in the XFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
I have a list pulled up here on NBC Sports Chicago. These are who these guys think 5 players Bears could sign after the Tyler Johnson, wide receiver. I wouldn't mind that. Offensive guard Wyatt Davis. He was a 2021 Vikings 3rd-round pick.
Where's he out of? Stanford?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
So, I mean, he protected Fields. He was the Big Ten Offensive Lineman of the Year in 2020. I mean, that's definitely somebody that I would very much go after. I think he's probably would be one of my main targets.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Ryder, who's a center. We do need center help with Kramer going out. He was cut from Kansas City. 32 starts in 4 years, it looks like. Or 3 years. Justin Bethel, cornerback. They need somebody else in that room, so I'm sure something like that will happen. And then they also do have Alex Leatherwood on here.
I like I said, I don't think taking a flyer on Leatherwood would be a bad thing.
Again, so it sounds like if he gets picked up on waivers, now that I'm reading this, if he's picked up on waivers, that team will owe him $6 million or the nearly $6 million. But if he passes through waivers, he's a free agent, all, bets are off.
Okay. Yeah, I feel better about it if we're not paying him $6 million.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
We got a question in chat real quick. It says, with a 10-team PPR, the roster of Lamar Jackson, Eckler, Mixon, Keenan, Hopkins, Kittle, Zeke, Lockett, Komet, Hollywood Brown, Lazard, and Bateman, should he make any moves? He was already offered Cortland Southern for Hollywood Brown. I don't know that I make that trade.
I do.
I do.
You think so?
All day. For
Yep.
giving Brown up.
Yeah.
For Cortland Sutton.
Well,
Dude, that new Call of Duty, that's Modern Warfare 2 coming out, bud.
Yeah,
That's November. That's prime playoff weeks. Give me Russ.
So,
like, I want anything to do with Russ.
Are we going to see a Russ redemption tour, you think?
I think so.
Yes, I think so too.
I think with that defense, like, I think they're the team to beat in the AFC West. And I don't think they're getting enough respect.
I always liked the Broncos too. I never disliked them. So
you know what's crazy? So if you look at odds, Pulp FanDuel, if you look at speaking of disrespect, the Raiders odds to win the division, their division, is the same odds as the New York Giants to win their division.
Oof. Wonder why.
Pull that up.
Because the fucking AFC West is a fucking shit show gauntlet.
Division.
It is. It's gonna be wild.
Brad, I
I'm
hope
just
we
looking
answered
at
your
this.
question.
I'm just looking at this. Man, the Colts are favored to win the division. Titans plus 170. Man, yeah, the Raiders are
plus 700. Giants are plus 750.
Yeah, still that's so long. Dude, the Broncos are getting no love.
Bears are getting no love. Plus 1,200.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Detroit plus 950.
Have you been watching Hard Knocks?
I haven't. I have not had the chance yet. I am going to watch it all in one sitting.
Yeah, I've heard it's really fucking good. Really fucking good.
Tell Rick
Dan
and
Campbell's
Danny
going to be a hell of a coach, though.
They can get some money on
I'm
the
worried
Seahawks.
about that team.
Plus 1,500.
I wouldn't make that. That's just throwing money away, bud.
I don't know.
I'm going to go plus 170 for the 49ers in that division.
If I got to predict everything.
Yeah. All right, let's it's a couple weeks before the NFL. Let's throw out some division winners. What do you think right now?
We'll
start in the West.
North?
I'm starting in the NFC West.
NFC West.
Like I said,
NFC West.
They've
I'm
got.
Gonna go.
Do you guys have this all pulled up?
Yes.
Oh, I know it off the top of my head.
I'm gonna go with the Rams. Actually,
at 125.
125.
Taking the 49ers at 170.
I like it, Blake.
I'm going Rams.
NFC South, you got the Bucks at minus 270, Saints at plus 300, Panthers plus 1,500.
That's easy.
And Falcons at plus 3,000.
You take the Bucks.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Who's your competition?
I like the Saints.
Really?
Yikes.
But I'm taking the Bucks, but I do like the Saints. I think the Saints are sneaky good this year.
I think if they make it to the playoffs, it'll be good.
I think the Saints are sneaky good this year. Mark my words.
NFC North, got the Pack at minus 155, Vikings at plus 240, Lions at plus 950, Bears at plus 1,200.
Go Pack, go.
Bears.
I'm taking the Bears, baby.
Taking the Bears.
Taking the
Go
Bears.
Pack, go.
Fuck Pack, no.
I gotta get all that out of my system now. I've got 3 weeks before I'm in enemy territory.
And NFC East.
NFC East,
this
you got
it?
Cowboys plus 145, Eagles at plus 145, Commanders plus 550, Giants plus 750.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
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 I also think
I'm
the
going.
Eagles,
I'm,
baby.
I'm smashing
I
the
don't-
Eagles in that.
I don't know how you don't take the Eagles in that division right now. Oof.
You know, Wentz is looking really good in Washington, and I'll never count out a Ron Rivera team, but I just don't see that lasting all season.
No.
AFC West, you get the Chiefs at 155, Chargers 240, Broncos 260, Raiders 700.
This is a toss-up because I think the Chargers fall back. I think the Broncos have a great year, but is it enough to beat the Kansas City Chiefs?
Yes.
And that's the toss-up. So I'm gonna go the Denver Broncos.
I'm going
in this
Broncos.
division.
I'm going
I'm
Broncos.
going Chargers.
I initially wanted Chargers, but I'm going Broncos. I just
go
think
Chargers.
I think that they're
And
going to
Bolt
have
up,
a
baby.
I think the
Bolt up.
Broncos are going to have a special season.
And yeah, you're right. You're right. I think Russell Wilson is gonna have an MVP type season this year.
Mhm.
I'd be okay
So-
with it, but bolt up.
Yep.
Let's go
Anybody
south.
but Kansas City.
This is Rob's division. Minus 125 to the Colts, plus 170 to the Titans, 750 to the Jags, 2,500 to the Texans.
It's a toss-up between the Colts. You know, Colts have a good
Matty
year.
Ice.
Or the
It is
Titans.
not. It is not.
I still
is
got to go with the
not.
Titans.
It's the Colts.
It's
Rob.
the Colts.
It's okay though. Blake and I both chose the Bears, so I
Yeah.
understand. And then finally, in the North, Ravens 145, Bengals 170, Browns 370, the Steelers at 950.
I like the Cincinnati Bengals to repeat.
Cincy.
Yep.
Yeah, I got Cincy.
And then finally, the Bills minus 230, Dolphins 450, New England Patriots 500, New York Jets 2,000.
So this is easy. This is the Bills. But
This is the
however,
Bills.
I will tell you a second place team. I like the Patriots to come in second over the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins don't have I don't think Miami has that great of a year.
I don't like Tua.
Yeah, me either. I'm not high. Not that I don't like
I
him.
am.
Like Tua.
I just don't think he has a great year.
I don't think Tyreek Hill makes a lick of difference down there. But you know what? I'm all for it. I want to see McDaniel succeed.
So I just want to let you
Miami.
just want to let you guys know. So I actually did not. I haven't placed this bet, but I was gonna put $20 on every team I win. So if I put $20 on this 8-leg parlay, it pays $9,000.
Damn.
So if I'm right, all the teams I told you that I clicked already and I put $20 on it, it'll be $9,000. Almost like
That'd be
9.5.
That'd be sweet. We can't do that in fucking Missouri because it's fucking shit here.
Just so you know, I am dropping on it though. I am going to put in $20. I might have to do some
Sports
more research on
betting.
a couple.
Illinois sucks, but Illinois sucks. We got legal weed and we got sports betting.
And fucking potholes. Trust me, all the way to Springfield and back.
So does Missouri, baby.
All right, so we got another question in chat, and it says, who has a bigger breakout season, Bateman, Lazard, or Hollywood Brown?
Yeah, I like Lazard. That's just me.
I think Lazard has the highest possibility, right? Because it's open in Green Bay.
So Lazard has the best opportunity, like you were saying, to do something with that. Bateman, I'm just not a big believer in him. I don't.
either.
I didn't like him that much in the draft, and I'm not a big believer in. I think we've seen what we've seen with him, but then on the other hand, with Hollywood Brown, I think he regresses. I think he takes a step back with Kyler as his quarterback over Lamar.
I agree. Plus, you got to think once. I mean, I know D Hop's got 6 games. Is that right? So
Six.
once D Hop comes back, you're going to see Hollywood take an even further drop. So
Right.
I agree
Yep.
with you. I think
I faded him
Lazard's
real
got-
hard this year in my rankings for like fantasy purposes.
So we're all on Lazard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all on Lazard there. Thanks for the question, Brett. We appreciate that. Guys, don't forget you can always pop questions in our DMs on Twitter at BAM Sports Show or send them in the chat. We'll take them and see them. Are you starting Bateman or Lazard game 1 or Zeke against the Bucks? I'm not starting Zeke against Tampa.
Who does Green Bay have week 1?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I can pull that up. Let me think about that.
I don't think I have any Green Bay players on. I don't. I've got my fantasy roster pulled up.
Green Bay plays. Hold on. I'm getting there. Green Bay plays the Vikings week 1 at Minnesota.
I think that's tough.
That's a
I
tough
think
one.
that's-
I would probably go Brown week 1. To be honest, I am.
You know what though?
I think the
No,
Vikings
it
have.
was it was Bateman. It was
Oh, Bateman,
Lazard,
sorry.
or Zeke.
Sorry, I misunderstood that one.
See,
Bateman.
I might. Dallas does throw the ball, and they do pretty good against Tampa. So if it gets like in the red zone area, I can see them feeding Zeke.
No, Pollard's slowly taking over that backfield, dude.
I'm going Bateman week 1 over
gonna go-
Lazard, just
I'm gonna
because
go
it's up
Zeke.
against the Jets. It's a soft opening, It's at New York, but it's against the Jets. And I still think they're a couple of years away.
So, all right.
gotta-
well,
you gotta
thanks
feed
again for the
Zeke.
question, Brett. We appreciate that. So, we got college football this weekend. Let's talk about that before we get out of here. About 5 minutes
Yes,
or
sir.
so. We got, both of our teams, like I said at the start of the show, have got big games. You guys have Ohio State and Columbus. We've got the Razorbacks in Arkansas. How are you feeling?
Well, they cover the spread, that's for sure. The 17.5 is crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't
Crazy.
believe that. I
Like-
couldn't believe that.
Like, oh, I get it. Like, it's Notre Dame, and people are like, oh, well, they're gonna show up. Like, this is a different. Like watching, I watch. So I'm a member of the Irish Insiders, so I get to watch like stuff and like practices. This is like changed. Like this team is like not how it was for Brian Kelly, man. I mean, the key to the game though is you got to keep CJ Stroud off the field. You got to run the rock. Notre Dame has two great. They got 3 great running backs that if you pound the rock, you keep CJ Stroud off the field. You score some points. Notre Dame can definitely win this game. I mean, definitely can win this game. I mean, on paper, yeah, you got CJ Stroud, but I watched him last year. I think they opened up at Minnesota, and they struggled. I mean, he's a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but Notre Dame's defense is good this year and
With a
should be
defensive
better.
minded head coach too.
Yeah, and Al Golden, it's different, man. I'm very excited. I'm not saying that they're going to win, but they're definitely going to cover 17.5 points, and it's going to be a good game. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, like I told you, in Columbus I have them losing, but I have them covering that spread for sure. I couldn't believe it when I saw it, but I mean it's Ohio State, right? It's the golden child of the Big Ten. So Cincinnati, obviously heading to Arkansas, it's a big one for us. We have so many questions. We had eight draftees going to the NFL draft. Quarterback, defense. So it's just a lot of questions. Everything. Luckily, the full offensive line returned. So whoever takes over the quarterback position, Luke Fickell has said we have a starter. He's not announced who the starter is going to be. He's trolling the media. He's like, well, I didn't announce a starter last year either. But I mean, it was Desmond for 4 fucking years. So, so it'll be interesting if it's Ben Bryant or if it's the young Evan Prater. Hostile environment. I mean, we're on the road at the SEC, at an SEC school. So, We're not playing
You're in the big
some
boy league
yeah,
now.
you know, like Cincinnati's stepping it up. So we play them on the road, and we come home for a little bit of what we call a gimme game. I think Miami of Ohio.
So this game, as of right now, it's a 6.5 point spread. Since you're right, so I like Cincinnati. They beat Notre Dame last year. They're a great ball club. Luke Fickell is one of highly touted good coaches. He's I think top 10. But they lost a lot this year, and losing Desmond Ritter and Alec Pierce just off the bat, just those two guys, and it's only two on the offense, and Sauce Gardner. It's very hard to replace those guys, man. And you're going to an Arkansas team that very underrated. I think they can easily make a threat in the SEC. Who I think comes out this game is Arkansas, but I definitely think Cincinnati covers because Cincinnati always has a good defense. I'm just worried to see how this offense is going to be without Desmond Ritter and Alex Pierce. That's the only thing like I'm worried about is how is this offense? I think like a lot of Cincinnati Bearcat fans is, like what is it going to be this year? I mean if they can come out gunslinging, good. But then as of right now you're like, well, we got to hope our defense stays in and let's see how our offense is. Right?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. It's the what we call the fear of the unknown. Like my mom called it when I was growing up. Like you don't know what you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
You trust Luke, like you said. I think Luke's probably a top 5 head coach in the NCAA.
Oh, for sure.
I trust Luke. I trust what he does. Sauce Gardner when he came to Cincinnati, he was a 2-star prospect. So, take no credit away from Sauce. He worked his ass off when he was at UC, but the
coaching
staff
goes a long way.
Sauce. Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in the college rankings.
Correct.
So, Blake, you're a Bearcat fan. I don't know if you know this stat, but Sauce Gardner throughout the whole
not one, dude. Not fucking one.
I'm not even saying not one touchdown, not one pass his way. So shout out to the Bearcats. I mean, Sauce Gardner is going to be a great fucking cornerback for the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
And he did pick off Desmond Ritter in the preseason.
So
in that game, if you saw it,
I do want to say any upsets this week. What are you guys thinking?
I don't know enough about college football teams right now to know what would be considered an upset. But I do really like West Virginia.
Me too.
And that would be an upset because Pittsburgh is 17.
And Pittsburgh is a good one. And it's a 7.5 point spread. And like we talked about this before on the pregame show, I liked West Virginia too. I did. I probably, if I had a bet, I'd probably take them with a 7.5. Just to feel confident. But I think they can actually win this game. And another team I talked about in the pregame is the Florida Gators. This is a new coach. I've seen how he's been with the Raging Cajuns. This Florida team's going to be good. They have another guy, Anthony Richardson, who can be a Heisman candidate. I think Utah's not used to this weather. They're going to come in. It's going to be sneaky close game. But Florida wins this game, I believe. So I would take them money line and not the 2.5.
Interesting.
My pick is I got East Carolina. I think that's
over NC State.
Tough game.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's a tough game for NC State, man. It's a noon kickoff, 11 o'clock kickoff at East Carolina. You're not gonna get the big ACC hustle and bustle. It's gonna feel for NC State almost like a preseason game, and I think East Carolina, like they've got a good quarterback in Eller coming back, whatever his name is. I mean, they played Cincinnati tough last year. Cincinnati only beat them by I think a score, maybe 2. So they have a lot of talent coming back. I think East Carolina is a sneaky team there for NC State for sure.
That'd be a crazy one.
So
they run one of those weird offenses too, if I remember correctly. It's like one of the options or something like that, where it's like, the fuck are they doing this every goddamn play for?
Another team I like and I'm gonna give you kudos, Ryan, but I like the Fighting Illini on the road against Indiana. Indiana is a good ball club. Don't get me wrong; they're good. They had another team that lost a lot of people. Illinois looked good last week, so I like Indiana on the road, and that's another thing. I'll take them money line.
Selfishly, I gotta root for Indiana in that game
Why?
because Cincinnati plays them in like 3 weeks, and if Indiana has a loss, that beating Indiana does us no good.
You're just like me. You're just like me. You got to root for you. You want your strength of the schedule, and that's understandable.
I mean, until we get to the Big 12, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
True.
That is understandable.
Now, when we get to the Big 12, baby, woo, Texas Tech, we coming for you. Oklahoma State, Baylor, all y'all. I'll learn.
I'm looking at
Fuck with-
the last 5 on ESPN between these two. Indiana has lost their last 5 games. Illinois is 3-2. Obviously, that goes into last year, so that's a whole new year. But
another team I like. So, who do you guys got in your Final Four? Like a preseason Final Four? Like who would you say? I know, like it's very early, very early.
I can give you 2.
Georgia,
Alabama,
Bama.
Georgia.
Yeah, I can say that.
Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State.
You just don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, those 3
I don't know
you
about-
probably safely say.
I don't know about Clemson. I don't know about Notre Dame. I mean, they've got a rookie sophomore, not a rookie, but a sophomore starting his first college games. Like, I don't know.
Can let's revisit that question on Tuesday after we've seen them all in the field.
Yeah.
I think
Because
a team overrated, I think, is Clemson. I
agree. I said that last week on the show.
I think if Clemson's overrated, Notre Dame has to be in that mix too. But I just can't see Texas A&M being underrated or Utah being underrated.
Well, they do have ATM on their helmets, so.
It's true.
There's a team I like. It's not that I like them, but I also think Oklahoma can sneak in there.
I'm excited to watch Texas. That game. Dylan Gabriel gets his first start at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Texas is a sneaky good team too. They got that was it Sam Ewers? Or is that his name? I know he's a transfer. He was at Ohio State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Clinton Ewers.
Is it? I know his last
Something
name.
like that. I know you're talking about.
Quinn Ewers.
Ewers. We were close.
Sure.
This
You're
sucks.
close enough.
We had the first initial, right? No, we didn't because I said Clinton.
No. Yeah, you did.
But I'm excited to see that one. I'm excited to see, like I said, see Dylan Gabriel transferring from UCF to Oklahoma. See how that. But I don't remember who Oklahoma's playing, so I don't know if we'll really even see that speed of the Big 12 until they get into Big 12 play. But who knows?
What do you guys think about the Michigan Wolverines? Good year or bad year?
Jim Harbaugh
good
is
year.
insane.
Like insanely good or insane just crazy? Like
He picked his quarterback based off of like a biblical quote or something.
I heard that. Yep, I heard that.
He's gone off the deep end, boys.
He's riding with Jesus.
He's just a weird guy.
Yeah.
He had a sleepover with a recruit one time. Not like that. I don't know what you guys think.
Whoa, that's like some Brian Kelly shit.
No,
Brian Kelly just dances with people and he
cringe ass Kelly.
And just changes his tone. All of a sudden he has a southern accent.
How long until he's fired in LSU?
I want to bring my buddies on here. It's going to be a rude awakening when he goes to the SEC and realizes, like, hey, man, this is a game changer. You're not Notre Dame anymore. And one thing I always liked about Notre Dame was they always try to schedule their schedule hard. It's always for USC. Yeah, and I get that. And that's one thing I respected in. It was just always – I didn't like the hire from the beginning. and I always knew like after like watching that playoff game and a couple years after that, I knew like Notre Dame was never going to win a national championship under him. Like it was get to the BCS, but then get shellacked, and that's just he couldn't recruit. With Marcus Freeman in there, man, it's a different ball game, man. You know, Notre Dame's back relevant. I know you guys might not like Notre Dame, but
Hmm.
I'm just saying the recruiting, it's there. So whether
Have
the
you
players,
seen? Do you remember those the Bud Light commercials, like the delusional Bud Light fan commercials?
oh boy,
You
yes,
know what I'm talking about? Have you seen the
I
Notre
do.
Dame one?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
will check this out
God.
after the show.
Before
Yeah,
we
after the
get
show,
out
you have
of
to watch
here,
it. It's funny. Yeah.
I'm going to run 2 hypothetical teams. All right. This is a 10 team, 2 quarterback league. And I'm only going to give this question to Rob.
Okay.
I'm gonna call out 2 teams, their
Oh,
whole
you
roster, and I want you to tell me
motherfucker.
which one is better.
Okay.
All right, team 1, Tua and Jameis. Running backs are Eckler, Cam Akers, Josh Jacobs, Melvin Gordon, Kareem Hunt, Miles Sanders. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuel, DJ Chark, Alec Pierce, and Chris Olave. Tight end.
Hold on. Let me stop you. There was one wide receiver you said, and I automatically know whose fucking team that is.
Yeah, I know.
But go ahead, speak. Go ahead. Say
It's
the other
mine.
team though.
It's mine. George Kittle or the Rams.
Some bullshit.
And the defense is the Rams.
Okay.
Team 2, and again, this is just hypothetical. I'm just throwing names out there.
Yeah.
Josh Allen,
Ass.
Russell Wilson, Trevor Lawrence for quarterbacks. Running backs are Swift, Williams from Denver, David Montgomery, Travis Etienne. Wide receiver room, Mike Williams, Drake London, Devontae Smith, Ian McKenzie, or Isaiah McKenzie, Darnell Mooney, and Garrett Wilson. Tight ends are Dawson Knox, Pat Fryermuth, and the defense is the San Francisco 49ers. Which one of those teams do you think had a better draft?
Well, first,
This is a 2 quarterback league.
Let me tell you first. Team number 1 is like a Pop Warner team compared to number 2.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, because if you look at how many points I'm predicted to score and how many points Ryan's predicted to score.
Hold on. I don't give a fuck about projection points. I don't. I'm going based off the team. All you had to say was Alec Pierce. When he said Alec Pierce, I'm like, yep, I know whose team this is. Hold on. You're going
I took him in like
this,
rounds.
You're going
15.
2 quarterback leagues. Did you see what quarterbacks Russell Wilson and Josh Allen? Those 2 might just beat you guys.
Okay. One of us is projected to win this week. One of us is projected to lose, and one of us is projected 155.75 points. One of us is projected 154.77 points. Ryan. So, El Succo.
Someone keep me in the loop. I want to know how this goes.
Oh, I will.
I got Keith first round.
I don't even know. I have John.
No, you don't. You got Austin.
Yeah, Austin now? Oh, he switched it. I thought I had John this week. Ah, shit.
Oh, good thing.
That's already rigged.
Well, see, if you look at the league on my app, there's only one green score on this side of the fucking screen. Ryan's name's on this side too, but his is red. Mine is green. So
it's cool.
Yeah, to me, it's like watching a porno that's blurry.
Hey,
I can't tell.
I can't see shit.
You can kind of see the boobies. All right, boys. That's about all the time we got for tonight. We are not gonna have a show on Friday. We'll be off for the Labor Day weekend. So make sure you guys enjoy time with the family. We're back on Tuesday for college football recap, looking at the upcoming NFL season and all of the fun stuff. Any closing notes, guys?
I'm just ready for football.
Yeah, I'm ready for football.
We made it, boys.
Happy for Saturday, and hope everybody has a good holiday.
I really want Cold Front to come in on Saturday, so this way we can have like chili and college football.
Oh
That
yeah,
would be great. It's not gonna happen here.
Yeah, I know.
yeah. Well, we're not gonna get it. Not
Would you
until at
say
least a
your
couple
would you
months.
say your projected points were this week, Blake?
155.75.
Yeah, check the app again, bitch.
Oh, did you just change your lineup, douche?
I had it pulled up. Of course I did.
Let me look at this.
It's 156.89.
Oh my god. Let me look at my roster and see if
This is
there's
all
anybody.
season. And then we'll have our own listener league too, so
Yes.
I'm gonna beat your ass in that one too.
You wish. I can't wait to play. All right, boys. That's about all the time we have for tonight. We'll be back next Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your holiday. Go Bearcats. Rob, go Irish.
Go
Go Irish.
Illinois.
Fuck Ohio State. Go Fighting Illini.
ILLINI.
Go get
All
us.
right. That's all we've got time we at. See you guys. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.